Good morning, students. Let us continue with the exercise 6.4. Question number 5. Find the least number which must be added to each of the following numbers so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square so obtained. So we have been given a number that is 525 and we need to find a number which is the least number that will be added to 525 to get a perfect square. But before that we have to check whether this number is a perfect square or not. For this we will start with the division method. We will start with finding square root by division method. Start making pairs from right side. We are left with 5 and find a square number which is less than 5. It is 4. So 2 multiplied 2 is 4. Subtract it. We get the remainder 1. Write 25 as it is. Now double the quotient. We will get 4. Leave a space. Now find the next number, that is 41 multiply 41. 41 multiply 1 is 41. 42 multiply 2 is 84. 43 multiply 3 is 129. So 129 is greater than 125. We will take 42 multiply 2. So it is 84 and the remainder is 41. Since the remainder is not 0, that means 525 is not a perfect square. So to find a perfect square we must add a number to it, which will be the least number. So what is that number? How we will find? Let's start. We got a quotient that is 22 over here. So find the square of 22. It is 484. What will be the next square number? Yes, next square number will be the square of 23. How much it is? It is 529. And we say that we have a number that is 525. So we see easily that this 525 lies between 484 and 529. So this number lies between 525. Since we have to add a least number to this number, we have to add a number to this given number so as to get a perfect square. So obviously the number which will be the perfect square will be greater than 525. So we will move in this direction. And square number just after 22 is 23 square. Square of 23. So what we will do, we will subtract 525 from 529. So on subtracting 525 from 529 we get 4. So 4 is the least number that must be added to 525 to get a perfect square, that is 529. So next to square, perfect square, what we got, that is 529. So we know the square root of 529 is 23. That is how we can find the square root of 529. Next, fifth part. So the number is 6412. Again we have to find the least number that must be added to this number to get a perfect square. So first we will start with the division method for finding the square root of 6412. So we start pairing from right side. We have got two pairs, that is 64 and 12. So we have to find a square number which is less than 64 or equal to 64, and we know that square of 8 is 64. So new divisor is 8 and quotient will be 8. 8 multiply 8 is 64. When we subtract, we get the remainder 0. Then bring this 12 as it is. Now double the divisor, we get 16 and leave a space. Now think of a number that must be less than 12. It is obviously we should multiply it by 0. So we get a remainder as 12. Since the remainder is not 0, that means 6412 is not a perfect square. So see the quotient over here. It is 80. See the quotient, it is this will be the next square number after 6400. So we see that 6412 lies between 6400 and 6561. This number lies between these two, and we need to find a number that must be added to this number to get a perfect square. Then obviously the perfect square so obtained will be greater than 6412. So what we must do to find that number, we must subtract 6412 from 6561. So what will be the answer? It will be 149. So 149 is the least number that must be added to 6412 to get a perfect square 6561, which is a square of 81. So number is 149. And to find the square root of 6561, we can find it by division method. Let's take question number 7. In a right triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. If AC is 13 centimeter and BC is 5 centimeter, we need to find AB. We know Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? This is hypotenuse and these two are the, it will be considered it as base, it will be height. It is hypotenuse. Or consider this as altitude. Now we know that what is Pythagoras theorem. Square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of the square of altitude and base. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. For finding this side, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So we squared AC, AB squared plus BC squared. Now substitute the values. On substituting, AC is 13, so 13 squared, and AB we don't know, and BC is 5 centimeters. So write down the values, and when we squared, we get 169 and 25 over here. Now subtract 25 from 169, we get 144. Now what is the answer? AB squared is equal to 144, and we need to find only AB. So what we have to do, we have to remove this square. So how we will do? AB squared multiply both sides by raised to power half. Whatever you are doing in LHS, same thing we have to do in RHS as well. So both sides we have done raised to power half. This 2 and this 2 will cancel out, and we are left with AB is equal to 144 raised to power half, and we know anything raised to power means under root. So AB will be equal to under root 144. Now under root, what is under root 144? You can find this, we have to find the square root of 144 to get to know the side AB. So 144 is a square of 12, so we can write it as 12 multiplied 12. You can use any of the method for finding the square root. So 12 multiplied 12, that means 12 squared. So answer is 12. So what is the side of AB? It is 12 centimeter. Again, for knowing the side of AB, we must find the square root of 144, and 144 you can use apply any method. Either you can use division method or prime factorization method. So 144 start pairing from this side, so 1 time we will get 0. Now double the quotient, it is 2, and bring 44 as it is. Now think of a number that should be multiplied to get 44 or less than 44, so it is 2. So 2 44, we get 0. So what is the quotient? It is 12, and 12 is the square root of 144.